Yo, welcome back to the Let It All Out podcast. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button to stay on top of our daily stories that I got to bring you. Don't miss out.
So boom, I bring him into it just to start more so mapping out where everybody coming from. So understand that like with Mo, he's somebody I literally did my whole 5 years with. So besides outside of like 3 months, like a good 3 to 4 months where he got transferred to the jail that I eventually end up going to, we're gonna get there. But he's somebody I more so like eventually did all my time with. So I just wanted to single in like where he came from, how I really more so met him, and where we start more so kicking it at on that mutual level from that story that I just told y'all there. And then singling into I met a lot of people that I eventually did a lot of my time with off Mo. As in so back to like I said, we're gonna single y'all out of H. Henry. So another person like y'all got to think when I first get into H. Henry, I'm on one, and then Rio go to the hole. So when I do come out my cell, it ain't like I ain't talking to nobody. So I meet like Fat Mike. Boom, he was one of my closest coolest people. I ain't gonna say like closest, but like somebody I was real cool with. Like this the first person that I ever like. All right, I extended my hand to. I seen me and Fat Mike. You see what I'm saying? So like more so I'm breaking it down. We know the same people. We just mutual with the same stories. We got a lot in common. You see what I'm saying? And he in 15 on one, I'm in 14 on one. So he right next door to me. Then like his celly, T Jones, like from Toledo, I end up getting cool with him with Fat Mike and them end up going to the hole. So like with Fat Mike, it just went on some like more so I see him, he playing dominoes, like boom, he boom loud. He wrecking playing dominoes. So I end up coming out my cell, seeing everybody out and shit like that. I just sit at the table with him, seeing boom. Then you know you at Lib, it's a level 3, motherfuckers doing what they do. You get you a little spot, boom. I tell them, look, let me get in. I got next, boom. Long story short, I end up getting in with him now. We end up playing teams, and me and Fat Mike on teams. So then me and Fat Mike end up wrecking. Like we got really like the same personality. So we end up really like talking from there. So like as we walk in the child, I'm meeting a couple of his niggas like Looney. I think Looney from like Price Hill, like who else? Like it was a couple more of his niggas, like a couple more Price Hill niggas. I can't really quite remember their name. I just remember Looney because he stayed with Looney. He stayed with him. Like so boom, like I think they I can't think of what they eventually been. That's what made me end up really like really like now I ain't gonna say falling back from Fat Mike, but like end up like just separating myself because it was like more so like so when I first got there, Fat Mike wasn't in no gang or nothing. And then they made what was it, GMS? I want to say it was GMS. Don't quote me on that. I have to holler at it. I want to say it was like GMS or something. They started like GMS or something like that. Boom, and then GMS really getting they rank up. You know, really like they really punch shit to the wall type shit. So like, boom. Long story short, I just remember GMS getting into it with another gang as like they coming up type shit, and then it's about to be like one of those ride type shit. But they really telling Fat Mike to stay out of it, like. But I think Fat Mike just got down or something like that. So I end up I end up hollering at Fat Mike about it because I end up hearing about it. But Fat Mike ended up telling me it's some gang shit. And I'm telling y'all this story because this where I start picking up a lot of my rules in jail at. Like so I'm starting to see like, okay, boom. He ended up telling me like, yeah, there's some gang shit. Like they got some gang shit going on. Blase skip, and I start really seeing like, yeah, I ain't riding for nobody else gang because I ain't in no gang. You see what I'm saying? So that's when I'm showing y'all like it's really gang central. So it's really like, boom, they start getting into it with some other gang. I can't think of who it was, and like they finna ride again over the shit. So it's like, boom, that's what made me really like sit back from Fat Mike. Really like, all right, I fuck with you, bro. Like, but your gang, that's your gang. But when it's us, like, I'll fuck with you type shit. Like, it's on some shit like that. Then I want to say they end up having like a little ride or something, and they end up going to the hole. I start kicking it with T Jones, like his celly. T Jones is a nigga from Toledo type shit, blood nigga, another gang. You see what I'm saying? It's gang central. This one it was gang central, like so. But I'm really kicking it with T Jones. Like T Jones, a funny ass nigga, and kicking it with my boy Kello, my celly, and it's just on some shit where us three we just really made our bond where it was like really on our range, it's us three. You see what I'm saying? Because we see it so gang banged up. He ain't from Cincinnati. This is Cincinnati camp, but all his boys really on like range 3 and shit. So it's like really us three, and we really like doing us together. So it get to a point where like this story go down like, look, boom, we all right there wrecking. So it get to the point where us three get on the phone back to back, no matter how I go. I can go first, Kill go after me, T Jones go after me, T Jones go first, I go after him, boom, blase skip. So this particular day, look, I go, boom, I get on the phone. T Jones keep telling me and Kale, like, go ahead, like I'm gonna get on after y'all. Like we making our calls, cause you get up to like 3 calls. So like boom. Niggas making their little calls and shit. We go to get T Jones on the phone. He like, go ahead, playing dominoes and shit. Kale get on like fuck it. Like Kale will ride that bitch. Kale be on that phone. My boy Kello be on it. Look, he on it. Boom. So it's like, boom. He get the ride. He T Jones go ahead. So now he hang it down, and then like the phone porter is a crip nigga. You gotta think T Jones a blood. So the crip nigga, I guess, try to get on the phone. Look, boom. T Jones go down there, get on the try to go get on the phone. He looking for the phone. Look, he like, Kale, which one you hang down? Look, Kale go back showing. It's the crib nigga on the phone. T Jones like, man, you tripping. Look, they did start ready to get into it. Look, shit going down. Look, so the crib nigga talking hella shit. Bad you, T Jones so funny, man. He's so funny. T Jones really like fucking him up. Like I can't really remember what T Jones telling me, like, but T Jones is really telling him, like, bro, I'll knock you out. Like I'll really knock you out. Like, what is you like? You feel me? So it get to the point where like, whoa, they ready to go into the cell. So damn, look, boom. KO hop back on the phone in the midst of all of it. They locking us down. Look, boom. Them two going to cell. I'm just listening next door. You just hear do 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 do. It's going crazy. Look. So my cell still popped open a little bit. So I'm looking down the range. I see the COs in them. They still all the way down there like ain't nothing happened. One fucking sweeping and mopping up shit like ain't nothing happened. And look, well, they in there going crazy. I look in there. Look, T Jones like, I'm beating his ass, Ken. T Jones going crazy on me. Like, I'm beating his ass, Ken. Look, I'm like, bruh, this nigga so funny, like in the midst of everything. Look, I'm so weak. Look, I'm talking about like I hear you slide back in the cell. Look, bruh, come out of there. Look, I'm talking about T Jones come out pulling his pants up. Look, I'm like, bruh, get in the cell, bruh. You wreck. Look, he go in. He like, I bet a nigga won't get on that phone no more. Look, I'm talking about look, T Jones. So we're like that was another like one of my niggas like where like H. Henry was like I told y'all, I was over there for like just a stint where like it was really like just me and certain other niggas I already knew. You feel me? I already knew. Like my nigga Ratchet was up there. Boom. He was on H. Henry. You gotta say my nigga Ratchet. My nigga Ratchet is the quickest nigga I ever seen in a joint. No cap. Get inky in a joint. No cap. Like within like my 3 months on like three little months on H. Henry. No cap. That boy came in with a tattoo on his hand, tattoo on his head, and goddamn, I think one over his eye. After that, nigga, I'm talking about. I seen him one day because he was on range 2 or on range 3. I see that motherfucker one day. Look, he can't, bitch. Look, he got the neck, he got the chest. Bitch, I see that motherfucker again. He got this, he got his back. I see him again. He got his legs. He like, only thing I gotta give is the last leg. I'm like, bruh, this nigga got so inky. Boy, he made me be like, oh, I gotta get something. You hear me? Like, damn, motherfuckers clowning. Like, on some shit like that. Like, so, like, hey, Sherry was just on some shit where it was like, really where I'm molding and really picking up on like what leb is. You see what I'm saying? I'm really just picking up on what leb is. Like even down to like my celly. Like me and Kel, we ain't had shit. Like I can say me and Kel really went through the slums. Like I gotta tell y'all these stories. Like these stories so wrecked. Like with me and Brody, me and brother, like bruh, we was so wrecking this cell to the point where like, all right, boom, we ain't have shit. Like he ain't have a TV. I ain't have a TV. We like I end up getting a player. Like I end up getting a player. My sister ended up helping me get a player where like you can download little music and shit on there. Boom, end up. But you gotta buy the music. You see what I'm saying? So I ain't had no money to really buy. So you really gotta wait till state pay come around. They only give you like $9. $9 is the look quarter four. Just clean up your room type shit. Boom, and you gotta merge that between food, hygiene, and goddamn if you want to buy music and everything like that. You see what I'm saying? So it's like boom, me and Kello, like we on some shit where like we just really savaging it out. Like we trapping it out. Like we don't give a fuck. Like we goddamn we goddamn look reading newspapers. Like we used to do little shit like it's little games in newspapers. We'd play the little games at the newspapers. We had these little get little magazines and shit. Little find little quizzes and magazine quiz each other on the little quizzes and magazines. It get to the point where like boom, Kello start coming in with books. We so bored in this bitch. Kello start coming in with books. I'm so bored. I'm tired of reading like the hood novels and the shit like that. Like, so I get to the point where look, I let Kello read. Look, I'm talking to him all day. He used to tell me like, look, fo, you sometimes in the day, look, we gonna just chill. We ain't gonna talk or nothing. We gonna just have it like some little chill time. Like, but I ain't gonna perp. I respected it though, cause I knew what he was saying. I'm just geeked to have a celly. I told you I was in this bitch for a good like 2 to almost 3 months, goddamn, without a celly. You feel me? So I'm geeking like boom. So boom, he reading little books. I'll wait till he go to work. Boom. He'll leave a little bookmark wherever he at. I'll go through and read like the first little next little chapter or whatever he wherever he at. Look, memorize it real quick. Y'all know I got a little great memory. Memorize it. Boom. Soon as he come in, I get to talking, joking with him and shit. We get to wrecking. Soon as he's like, yeah, for it's quiet time, I'm trying to read my book. Look, I like, all right, look, get on my rack. Look, let him read for like a good 10 to 20 minutes. I get up, stand right there, see what page he on, start reading it. Remember what start happening? Now I just start going like I wouldn't even like I start talking out of context. Like I wasn't directed towards him. I just make it seem like I'm just speaking out of context, but I'm speaking on what's happening in the book. So so for the longest, like for like the first 5 minutes, he don't get what I'm saying, but it's keep dawning on him every time it happened in the book, so I can tell. I'm reading his body language, so I can tell. But it ain't dawning that like he like man, like he know for a fact I ain't read this book. Like he know for a fact, so he just like moving and shit. So we get to the next chapter, right? So now I'm saying exactly what lines he on. Like I'm saying the exact lines he on, exactly what they saying, all that type shit. This motherfucker hop up. He said, "Hey, folks, stop playing with me, bro." Look, this the first time me and Kello ever really like had like a little quick scuffle. You heard? So like, boom. So look, he get down. Look, he throw the book. Look, whoa. He get down. We get to going. Look, we reading that bitch wrestling. Look, he like, bitch, look, bro, why you reading my motherfucking book? So I'm like, what you talking about, bro? What the fuck, bro? I'm right here in my own little. He like, bro, everything you saying, nigga, going. I'm like, bro, you tripping right now, bro. I'm right here in my own head, just preaching out little shit on my head, going off the top type storytelling, nigga. What is you talking about? Like, I don't, like, you nigga, you think I'm reading? I don't know what's happening in your book. So he like, all right, bro, watch this, bro, watch. So boom, look, I let him go that day. Look, he go back to work. Look, I do it again. I find the bookmark spot. I do it again. Look, read hella this time. Now I read hella. Look, boom. He come back. Boom, we get the record. he get to read his book again. So now I go all the way to the end on him. I go to the end. Look, this one of them days we in the room all day. I go to the end on him. Boom. Saying hella shit. Hella just directed. Hella shit. Look. He catch on again. He said, yeah, now I'm finna beat your Look, to the point where, hey, me and Kello, bro, we was so wrecked, bro. We was so wrecked in the cell, bro. To the point where, like, bro, that shit really brought up me and bro real live, real close, like real close, like, bro. We was in that motherfucker going over anything, the newspapers. We like, nigga, you gotta make sure you put the newspapers under the door. Like, we got them trying to, bro. We doing anything. Like, we used to get everybody newspapers just to read. Like, man, bro was in that bitch doing anything to the point where, like, look, funniest Ken and Kello story I got. This the Let It All Out podcast. So, bro, this is one of them big ones, bro. I gotta tell y'all this. Funniest Ken and Kello story ever in the history of Ken and Kello, of God making Ken and Kello come together. Even still the funniest, and we hang on the streets. It is still the funniest Ken and Kello story that can ever be told. I gotta introduce this story like this, bro. So look, I bad y'all. I tell y'all, Kello work in the kitchen, but he worked where the third shift, like he come back in like 4 in the morning type shit. So boom, so the third shift gotta let him in. The third shift that's about to go home at 7 in the morning. So look, so I don't know what the fuck Kello out there doing to him. Like I'm just goddamn waking up a couple days. I keep hearing Kello loud, but it ain't like alarming type shit. But I just, you know how you just hear a motherfucker, you just roll over, he coming in the cell. Plus you gonna hear a motherfucker coming in the cell regardless. Cell loud as hell. Boom. So these couple days, Kello talking shit like bitch ass niggas. Like you gotta hear it, you know how Kevin, you know Kel, you know how he talk. He bitch ass niggas. Y'all keep it there like, and I just keep every time Kello come to the cell, I keep hearing him just loud as fuck, like talking hella shit to him. So this one particular day, I'm up. Like this, like the third day of it. I just so happen to, I just wake up like boom. Kello come down there like y'all some bitches. Like he yelling out the door like y'all some hoes, hoe ass niggas. Fuck y'all. Y'all ain't gonna do shit. Scary ass niggas. Look, boom. So I'm like, damn, Kello, what's going on? Like, why you on their ass like that? Like I get all the way up, like sit on the edge of the bed. So I'm like, why you on their ass? Like, what the fuck they do? So he like, man, they some hoes. Fuck them, fo. Like, nigga, they on some bitch ass shit. Like these bitch ass niggas always. Hey, I don't mean to keep cussing, but they like, man, they always messing with me and always playing and da 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 and all that. So it's like so I'm like, damn, what they be on? He was like, so as we like saying all this, like I'm asking like what they be on. He like, nah, they just stay playing and think I gotta go for this and go for that because we in jail. So the COs come down, like coming down, like man, like yeah, we finna come in there. Don't worry about it. He like, I ain't tripping. Come in here. I ain't did nothing. Y'all can't touch me. I'm in my cell. I'm locked down. I know the rules. Like y'all ain't resist or nothing. So look, boom. So they come all the way down there, him and his partner, they get to putting on gloves. Like I told y'all, the punishment in jail is they think they gonna 2.4 you and search your cell and shit like that, hella shit like that. If you got illegal shit, and you feel me, you write you a contraband ticket or you go to the hole type shit. So they come down there putting gloves on, they open our cell door, boom. So they look around, they like, oh y'all ain't got shit in here. So Kel hop up on his bed, like shit. So, like shit, what y'all gonna search it. We ain't tripping. So I'm like, chill, Kel, but I ain't trying to get this motherfucker search, bro. Like, so he like, we ain't got shit in here. I'm like, but we gonna have to clean it all up and shit like that. So which I shouldn't have been saying that. Look, boom. So they end up coming in there, stripping that motherfucker down. Boom, tearing that motherfucker up to the point where like they perping for real, like let's acting like they looking for shit, but they perping just tearing little shit up, boom. So we end up going back in there fixing all that shit up. So Kale still clowning on him. He like, y'all, what y'all find? Y'all ain't find nothing? He like, oh yeah. Told y'all, y'all did all that for nothing. Hard work. Look, y'all just put in hard work before y'all went home. And guess what I'm about to do? Go in here, pick this shit up, and go to sleep. Look, y'all finna have to still drive home. Kale clowning on him. Look. So look, we in there, we picking it all up. So I'm telling Kel, like, look, I told you, bro, they was finna tell you, like, nah, they some bitch ass niggas. They always think they can mess with somebody and think because they out of jail and like we gotta live here. Like, what is they talking about? So I'm like, you know me, just rolling with it. Boom, picking our stuff up. Boom. So now, boom, the next day roll around. I don't know what Kel out there said to him. Now I guess he really getting to him. You hear me? He really getting to him now. So now look, boom, he come down, but now he come down and they walking down as he coming down because they really in another block. Like they really in another block. It was RCOs that that searched our cell. They really like I think like was like the hallway cops or something. So he come down and I guess they try to wait on Kale or something so they can entice him outside the cell type. But Kale hurry up, I guess come like by the time he come in, he hurry up and slip in the cell. And then, this one I'm sleep though. I'm really sleep at this point in time. And then I just hear Kale hurry up and slam the door and say, "Hi, you lame ass niggas! Look, out y'all was gonna get me. Nope." So now the CO right there for real at the cell. So I come up, I get up, boom. So I hear the keys walk off type shit. Is the Kale yelling down there like lame ass niggas? Y'all what y'all thought y'all was gonna get me out the cell? Nope. Bitch, y'all can't get me. Look, he clouding on the look. So I get up a little bit. So I'm like, I get all the way up. I sit up on the bed. I'm like, damn, what's going on? He like, that's when he explained it to me. Like, yeah, fo, it don't be hard cops. It be them right there. He said they try to wait on me. Thought they was finna do something. He said, yeah. He talking about he finna come down here. I'm like, so man, look, I get up. I'm like, come down here. He like, yeah, man, motherfucker gonna put paws on them. I don't care if they cops or whatever. And look, I'm like, what? I'm like, man, I'm like, yeah, nah, we ain't going for that. Like, all right, y'all searched ourselves, but talking about coming down here putting paws on shit. I'm like, look, what? Oh, all that cop shit, we don't care about none of that. Look, so Kello like, man, yeah, they fooling. For watch, look. So Kello go out there. He look. He said, oh yeah, look, watch this. So the CEO like yell out some shit like, all right, watch. You gonna see? I'm like I'm a cat, like, cause it be COs in there that's on there. Like they come in there and throw them with you. Look, he like, we'll see. Like he's like, I'm finna get the keys. Look. So look, they get the coming down. Like you can hear the keys and the boots and shit when they coming down. Like so look, Kello like, all right, we ain't going. Look, Kello, get up. Look, I'm looking at Kello. Look, they come down, they come pop the door. Everyone, next thing I know, look, I'm on the bed. Look, Kello like, what's up, folks? Look, Kello turned around. Look, I'm on the bed, faking like I'm asleep. I'm like this. Look, COs come in. They like scary ass nigga. Look, talking to Kill like they about to do something. Look, Kill like, come on, what y'all gonna do? Look, they hurried up and slammed the door. Look, Kill turned around. Kill like, Kill like, nigga, you a hoe. I'm like, what happened? Hey, I'm like, what happened? He like, nigga, they came here, whole ass nigga. I'm like, nigga, no, they did. It's not perfect. He like, yes, you did, nigga. You got scared as fuck. You hey, bro, when I say, bro, oh, Mike, so I thought them boys was finna come in there on the CO side and beat us. I thought it was time to get beat. And then y'all got to think, bro, at lead, this what it really was. Like, if I'm gonna be all the way honest, at lead, bro, they carry. Y'all remember them sticks that the police used to knock on the doors with back in the day? Them big, like, and they got that little thing on them, and you can attach them right there. They can boom hit you with it like that. Like they used to use them for the rides and shit. They had Leb got them just carrying it around like the regular CO, whoever. Every CO got that. Like that's the start off weapon. They got that in mace, big ass fox sprayer mace that they hold like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like so, I ain't gonna even perp on Mike. that's the first thing I was thinking of. Like, ooh, they gonna come in here, niggas gonna think we finna throw 'em. Nigga get off on them. They finna up them. They finna smack a motherfucker with them in here. Like I ain't gonna purr. That's the first thing I thought of. As soon as I'm hearing the keys come down, look, I sit back down. Look, boom. I see Kale step like to the front of the bed. As soon as I hear the keys jingle, hey, look, I throw the feet up. Look, turn my head towards the wall. I hear the door open. Kale, like, what y'all gonna do? Look, Kale said, come on, folk. Look, turn around. He said, folk. I'm like this. He said, look, dude closed the door. He said, shut up, scary ass nigga. Kale turned around. Kale said, nigga, you a hoe. I said, brother, listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. They ain't come in here. God. Hey, but nah, that was like, though, that was on my mind, though. I'm thinking, like, yeah, if we scuffle with them, they finna up them sticks and beat the shit out of us. Like, we ain't going, like, ain't go per H. Henry was legendary. I loved H. Henry. That's why I always used to say, like, if I went back to any block, I'm like, they gotta send me back to H. Henry because it was like, boom. It was like shit was going on. Shit was moving on H. Henry. So then like, but then was like, if I'm gonna say out of my H. Henry whole crowd, like everybody I named right there, like them was like really my really range of people of like, and then like my boy Zach, I can't forget about my boy Zach in the cut. You feel me? Zach in the cut, yeah, pop some. You feel me? Like I had, like, but I knew Zach from the streets. Like them the ones I try to really leave out. The ones I knew from the streets and shit, because it was already cemented. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I said, but you know, I gotta throw honorable mention my boy Zach in there. You see what I'm saying? Like, cause it was really like starting out like us, like motherfuckers. Then I can't forget motherfuckers from the hood, cause then it started getting to the point where like I said, the rules and mutual shit. I start really coming up with myself about on like, okay, if I run across you and I really fuck with you and you in the gang and shit, then it's really gonna just be me and you. But if it ever get to the point where it get to the point where like boom, you get yourself in y'all gang situation, then that's on you. You see what I'm saying? Especially if I just met you in here. But if I know you from the streets, then I ain't gonna perp. Like if it's me and you and we rocking from the streets, then it's just that. You see what I'm saying? If you ain't in no gang or nothing, then it's just that. But if you in the gang, then hey, you made that choice. I know you from the streets. But the hood, about the T, I'm riding. Like I can say if we're gonna say any gang that I was a part of, and then technically ain't the game. It's Win Terrace. Like I know y'all, like we from the hood. This the T. You feel what I'm saying? If it's about the hood, I'm riding. You see what I'm saying? So it was only like on some shit like that. So it got to the point where like, boom, couple situations where it was like, where it was like, a motherfucker from the hood. I ain't even know. Like this just me first. Like I said, these like my first couple months up there. Like a motherfucker from the hood, somebody from Dayton. I just know somebody from Dayton owed somebody from the hood. It's for somebody from the T some money. See, this how jail work. That's why I'm just really rolling with the motherfuckers because they from the hood, and I know a couple motherfuckers up here from the hood. You see what I'm saying? So it's just on some shit where like Joker up here. You feel what I'm saying? Who else? Like Joker really the one I really knew. If I'm gonna be all the way honest, and Joker came after me. Everybody else, I'm just really like they like, yeah, I know who your peoples is. I know you feel what I'm saying. So it's just really I'm just around on some, you feel me, motherfuckers from the hood. But the story I got really, motherfuckers knew owed somebody from the hood. When they owed them, motherfucker got out, and motherfucker really was on some shit where it was like they was like, I still need that. You know how jail work. Look, I still need that. Yeah, boom. So it's like, boom, all right. If I still need that, then motherfucker was like, nah, I owe Buddy. I'm gonna get that together with Buddy. But he told me to collect it still in jail work, whatever. They end up scrapping like 2 or 3 times. You feel what I'm saying? Like on some shit like that. And then they just end up getting to the point where like now they really got it to the point where like they city want to line up with our hood, but it was only like 7 of us, so that turned into like some city shit. So it just turned to Cincinnati versus some Dayton shit, but that ended up like getting deaded on some shit like that, like because they really ain't want to make it about some city shit. They really really rather kept it on that level type shit. So Like that's so if I'm gonna say like any situation that I just be like, all right, all hands off, like yeah, I'm gonna ride behind the situation, it's gonna be the hood.